at the level of my own family, I think about the fact that my father, who came to California, as I said, in the 1930s, but came to the United States earlier, actually came to the United States with papers that I like to say were imperfect. And when World War II came, was given a choice between being deported or joining the U.S. Army. He flipped a coin, and he wound up joining the U.S. Army, going to Europe and fighting in the war. You know, after the war, when he came back and lived in New York and then met my mother, and they both moved with the two kids to California, what they found was that there was a GI Bill which made it possible for them to purchase a house in La Puente. And my father, who was a janitor, was able to go to LA Trade Tech, a community college, and learn about electricity and be able to move from being a janitor to being an air conditioner repairman. And we were able to move from being poor to being working class. And I grew up in La Puente, where the schools were decent and where it was possible for a kid like me to get a platform of education to be able to succeed. And I was accepted at the University of California when it was cheap for kids to go there, and when there was an affirmative action program to take a chance on kids like me that did not fit that profile. So when you ask how the Pastor household has benefited from state action, from government assistance, I would have to say mightily, and not in a way of being dependent on the state, but of using these government programs and our government investments in education and infrastructure as a platform for success. What worries me is that we don't have the public will to do that, because when we think about the story that we tell ourselves about success in America, the story that we tell ourselves about success in California, we tell a Horatio Alger story of individuals and their success. People don't make it on their own. They make it in a context of social support. They make it in a context of government support. We expect them to try hard. We expect them to do as well as they can. But in the absence of the supports that are there, with us allowing persistent concentrations of poverty, with us allowing difficult environmental conditions for neighborhoods, with us allowing the deterioration of our educational infrastructure, we are not providing the support for people to be able to realize their individual and family dreams.